Hello. If you're seeing this video, that means I finally edited all my footage from Asia. I got back like about a week ago from all my traveling. I don't really know where to start. I have a lot of footage from Asia and I kind of have like it planned out right now on how I want to edit the videos. I mean, clearly if you're seeing this, like it's already edited. As you can tell from my content, I graduated from Rice. So unfortunately no more Rice content. I mean, I don't really know who's subscribed to this channel at this point. I think I've gained a couple new subscribers. Oh my gosh, like there's like literally 2 of you. Anyway, unfortunately probably no more Rice related content because I graduated. I do want to keep making videos because I think they're fun and I really want to like get into editing and things like that. Back to what I was gonna say. So after graduation, I rotted at home for like 2 weeks and was like really depressed after graduation and saying bye to my friends. And then I went on like a month-long Asia trip. So if you're seeing this is probably the first video of all the like Asia videos that I'm going to be editing. I went to Japan, Taiwan, Singapore, and Bali, Indonesia. I have a couple videos planned for these, but yeah, now all these videos I use my new camera, the DJI Pocket Cam. I don't know what it's called officially. I have a lot of footage, but I didn't really vlog while I was there. Like I wasn't really like talking. I mean, I like felt kind of uncomfortable doing that in like a foreign country, especially like in Asian countries. I feel like I'd be judged for some reason. I mean, I don't really know how I'm gonna plan on editing this video because I'm not really talking. Like I don't really like watching vlogs where like people are talking to the camera, but I might just do like captions or like voiceovers. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling. I just wanted to like give a like intro to my Asia vlogs. But yeah, let's get the video started. First stop in Asia, Japan.
Hey guys, okay, I decided that I'm gonna do a series of voiceovers to explain everything we did so you're not like watching in silence. But yeah, the first day in Tokyo we just went to 7-Eleven. That was our first stop because we wanted some Japanese snacks. And then we took the train to Shibuya Crossing, which is like the Times Square of Asia basically. It's so crowded and hectic, and we crossed like the intersection probably over 5 times because we got lost and there was just so many people, but there was a lot going on and it was exciting to just look at, but definitely really overwhelming and touristy. That was the only time we went to Shibuya while we were in Japan. And this is a statue of Hachi. I don't know if anyone's seen the movie, but it's based off a dog that would wait for its owner after work until like one day the owner died at work and the dog like waited there forever. So it's really sad, but the movie is really good. Then for dinner we went to this ramen place. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't anything crazy, to be honest. It was just like something nearby and we didn't really feel like researching a place for dinner, and there was no line, but it was good. The noodles were like handmade, and yeah, I thought it was pretty tasty. The next day was our first full day in Tokyo, so we first stopped by 7-Eleven for a smoothie. The 7-Elevens in Japan were definitely one of my highlights just because they have so many cool snacks. But then we went to Tsukiji Fish Market. I think I pronounced that correctly, but it's essentially just a food market with a bunch of stands. This first place we went to was like egg tofu kind of, I think. Honestly, not my favorite. It was really sweet, but it was fun to try. And I think we went to maybe 5-ish stands. This was a Wagyu beef skewer place. We also went to a matcha place. Yeah, here it is. I'll put the name on the screen. And it was definitely really good. I definitely noticed that the matcha in Japan is more like rich, and when they make the drinks, because it's like way more concentrated, there is kind of like a chalky after feeling in my mouth, but I think that's just like how concentrated the matcha is. But yeah, it was good, and that was us trying the Wagyu beef. It made my sister's tummy hurt later, not gonna lie, but it was still good. Then we went to a bunch of different places to take photos by the Tokyo Tower. Honestly, way too many places just for different angles of this one tower, but it was cool to look at. This was a fancy lunch place that we went to that had a really nice view of the Tokyo Tower. But the food was definitely really good, and that was the view of the tower from the window in the restaurant. Next, we went to Team Lab Borderless, which is kind of like an interactive digital art museum kind of thing. I don't really know if I'm describing it correctly, but it was just like a lot of different rooms with art projections and music. And I turned the volume down in these clips, but I'll play the original audio like full volume in the next couple of clips. My mom and sister thought it was kind of overrated, but I thought it was cool. After that, we went to an omakase place for dinner, and not gonna lie, we were not hungry, and my sister's tummy was still hurting from the Wagyu beef, so we couldn't really enjoy it that much, but I still tried to eat as much sushi as I could, and it was very fresh. This was our next full day in Japan. We started out at Sensoji Temple. It was the first temple that we went to out of many. I think this is like one of the most popular ones in Tokyo, and we went decently early in the morning, but there were still a good amount of people and tourists. I really liked looking at the architecture of these temples, lots of red, lots of characters, and at the front is where there's like a smoke thing. I'm definitely not explaining this right. Let me search it up really quick. Okay, essentially it's an incense burner, and it's in front of the main hall, and people believe that the smoke wafting over them would purify their bodies. So I stood over there for a good amount of time. It definitely left a lasting smell on my clothing, but it was still a cool experience, and looking at the art on the ceilings was also really beautiful. Then we made a pit stop at a dessert place. It's a matcha crepe dessert place, and it was so good. Like, honestly, probably one of my favorite desserts we had the entire trip. Next, we made a pit stop at Don Quixote. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but it's like a huge convenience store chain in Japan, and it just has like snacks, skincare, honestly anything you can think of. And yeah, we got a lot of snacks there. And afterwards, this was probably a little bit later in the day, we got lunch, another ramen place. This place was cool, like we dipped the noodle in the soup separately. I thought it was quite delicious, but I'm not gonna lie, after a few days in Japan, I was starting to get sick of ramen because I ate it like so much, but still a very solid place. This next place was probably one of the highlights of our trip, at least for my sister, because she got Jin's glasses, which is like a Japanese brand. And we went to Loft, which was a huge shopping store also in Japan. And obviously that was Uniqlo. We also made a pit stop there. But we just shopped the entire afternoon and then got dinner at this udon place. This honestly was probably one of my top udon places, or like noodle places, because it was really refreshing. This was our last day in Tokyo, I believe. We started the day at Meiji Shrine, so another shrine. It's another pretty popular tourist attraction, I feel like, in Tokyo. But honestly, there was just so much green, and it was really refreshing to look at, because now I'm in Texas and it's really brown. So honestly, kind of sad looking at this footage because I miss the green. I also miss how clean it was in Japan. Like, there's literally people raking the leaves to like make it look nice. I definitely think out of all the countries I traveled to in Asia, Japan was the cleanest. One cool thing about Meiji Shrine, honestly a lot of the shrines and temples have this, is where you can like write notes and like leave them in a box, kind of like as good luck or manifesting your wishes. So my sister, my mom, and I all did that. And you can see some notes that people from around the world left. One really cool thing that we were not expecting to see was a wedding. We saw like maybe 2 or 3 wedding parties cross through Meiji Shrine while we were there. So that was pretty cool to see. And lastly, we went to Tokyo Hands because it's kind of like a toy store, and my sister and I raided the Smisky stand. So